Hello! Here we are having a look at Mr. Shinn's wings for the new season. This year, to go alongside the release of the new V2 Reserector, which is over there, there is a new wing called the Escalator, which is you'll see over there. So things are diversifying, and we're going to have a look at how things have moved forward with these two little beauties. Let's start with the wing you may already know, the Reserector. Now, this is the second version, and there has been quite a lot of change. Now we can go through the obvious stuff first. Gone are the little caterpillars that were prevalent on the original wing, replaced with two big handles and this little creature in the middle here. Now, I much prefer these big handles. You can micro-tune your position on them. You can set your hands in just the right place. They're a joy to use, and I think most of the industry is coming around to this opinion. For me, I love sliding my hand to the front of the wing in tacks, which makes the wing flag out much more efficiently. In the old days, you used to actually have to take your hand off and put it on the handle further up. When you come out of transitions, it's so much easier just to find one big handle, no? Trying to pick one of the multitude of caterpillars, you couldn't make your mind up and always missed it. So that gets a big round of applause from me, Mr. Shinn. Thank you very much. And you will also notice this tiny little nubbin. It's almost like he liked his old caterpillars and didn't want to get rid of it, but I don't use it. However, the Shinn guys tell me that the wing is very easily flown just using this one handle and one hand. It's something that they use for starting really small boards. It's not something that my technique uses, but you may well be able to adapt it if you're going down those lines. Compared back to back with last year's wing, you'll notice nearly everything has changed. Now, rather than telling you every last nut and bolt, I would simply say that this year's wing has a bit less static grunt, but a tighter canopy, and this does affect the way the wing works. Firstly, you may raise an eyebrow about the wing not having as much static pull when you stand there like a statue, but they are in fact more capable when pumped. So with a bit of wafting, you can get yourself going at the same time, probably sooner, I would say. That said, when you are going, the wings are far more efficient, and crucially, and this is the bit that I like the most, their drag profile when flagged is way lower. And that means flagged out, you get more glide, you get more push through in transitions. They're much more pleasant wings to use. You'll also notice that the one pump is gone, so two separate inflation points. Now this is for a specific reason. You can get more pressure in the strut than you can in the LE, and that increases the performance of the wing without over pressurizing that leading edge. The materials, finishing, bag, and all the ancillary kit that you get with it is very impressive. You even get a little patch of material in the wing's colour for repairs. It's a really nice touch. And hopefully, if you have it, you never need it. But I dare say if you don't have it, well, I don't need to finish that sentence. On to a more serious note, and in a world where many brands are resorting to expensive material gains to push their halo products to the front of the industry, I wondered how the new Shinn wings would stack up. They're not alone in holding back from this frontier, as you probably well know, and to their credit, they've spent time refining what was already there, and comparatively, their wings do stack up pretty well indeed. They have excellent handling and manners. The efficiency that enables them to carry their own weight with complete ease and more. And there is a lovely, smooth, easy, non-aggressive way to the way that they ride. The Reserector is the higher aspect of the two wings, and pushed hard, it does have more range, speed and bite. So if you are prone to putting your power levels to the max and prefer a more committed and powerful style, this is probably the one for you. And that brings us neatly onto the second wing, which they call the Escalator. Now, a few of the brands have brought out lower aspect wings this year, and though some thought that they would be best pitched at beginners, we've seen a lot of experienced riders using them in preference. And rightly so. These are really, really good, these lower aspect wings. And by lower aspect, I mean that the wings are generally rounder, the distance between the tips less and the boom slightly longer. Now that makes them more agile and more fun to throw around. In the bigger wings, this is far more noticeable, making them more playful in the big sizes. The smaller ones also do have a more compact and throw around feel, but it's in the big ones that you notice it the most. The Escalator carries many of the new trends of the Reserector in that the canopy is tight, the pumping ability is impressive, and the efficiency in flag out much improved. If there is a reason to choose the Reserector over the Escalator, it would probably be the flag out ability and the range. The Reserector is a little bit more neutral flagged out, and the Escalator does struggle with the overpower when you really push it to the wall. The Reserector does a bit better of a job when high loadings come and when you want to push. Its centre of effort does tend to stay further forward for longer. There has been a greater positive reaction to the Reserector in the smaller sizes and the Escalator in the bigger sizes, the 5.5 Escalator and above being the clear favourites in the range. Now here's a clip of my buddy Pete. Now he's on the 5.5 Escalator here, up to his knees on a 65 litre phaser, and look around, there's hardly any wind at all, and you can see how the compact nature of the wing, the tight canopy and the pretty stiff frame allows him to have a really rapid pumping cadence, a bit like a short paddle on a sup, and the accumulation of speed that he can get, it's really impressive for such light winds. No way could he do this on last year's wing. He really likes this 5.5 a lot. It's probably his most used wing, and he's been in the sport right from the beginning, so that's high praise from him. So there you go. Two very impressive wings from a company that is very focused on this sport. And if you want some proof, here's Mr. Shinn on one of his favourite spots. Now these clips had me salivating in envy. Dingle in Ireland, and his style is very much based on surfing, so his choice is the Reserector. He champions it for its range and its ghost-like stability flagged out. For him, it's about his happy place on the wave, but as we all know, winging is many different things to many different people. And that's why these two wings exist. They're fully slotted into the mainstream of the industry, both in performance and in price. Easy, smooth, with no spiky edges. They're compliant and highly capable. And this sport is evolving at a rapid pace, and these two wings are classic examples of that. So thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, please leave them below and I will endeavour to answer. Thank you.